Kazi, and for his evaluations, I'd like to call up on stage Indra, who will come and deliver the evaluations. So please
So I'm going to give an evaluation of Talha's speech and all the observations that I've made. So first of all, when Talha came up, I noticed that he was immaculately dressed, you know, very nice with the hair, the dress, everything, and he looked the part. Just by dressing up in that way, it gives you an expectation. You think this is a serious individual who's come properly dressed, so we give some gravitas there. He also did a traditional greeting Madam President and the Toastmaster. Again, that adds an element of formality, so we think this person is going to be giving a serious speech. They're following all the rules and dictums there. And he was very honest. He said that often he's an individual who would procrastinate, but also he likes to take some action, so he's also a realist. So by being honest with us about perhaps a failing, some people think that procrastination is not a good thing, so by being honest, I thought that that was very good. We felt that this person is going to be honest and talk about himself in that way, not hide anything. So some recommendations. I think right at the beginning there was some a little bit of a kerfuffle over the recording device. You wanted to use your phone to record, and yet there was a recording device here. So maybe have a little bit of preparation earlier on. If you want to be recorded, find out if there's already a camera that's set up, so you don't have to worry about that. And also, I don't think it was deliberate, but I think you went up and down a few times to get a board. Now, this sort of thing can be set up beforehand. Maybe tell the Toastmaster beforehand that I would like to use a board in my speech. You have a minute or so before your speech. Perhaps get someone to help you set that up. That way you can come straight into the speech and deliver straight away without any interruption or using your time up with the setup. So those are the only minor recommendations, if I may give those to you. You then gave some background that you were educated in both in Kuwait and in India. So that is part of the icebreaker speech, is to talk about yourself. If you talk about only a hobby, then we don't get to know you in any great depth. But by talking about your background, educational background, we realise that you're an international person. You've got the experience from at least 3 different countries, India, Kuwait, and now Britain. So that was all really good. You had some audience interaction because you mentioned, does anyone like mathematics? And normally no one would say yes, but then David said yes, so that was good. But by inviting, does anyone like mathematics? This was audience participation. We felt, as part of the audience, that we were included, we were being asked a question. And last but not least, you talked about from confusion to coherence, and this is something that many of us have experienced in life. We do different things in life. We sometimes fail in some aspects of our life, but afterwards, often we can bring together all those different experiences, both good and bad, and have a really nice finish. So that gave us hope. You could have used a prop there. Sometimes one person used a carpet, so the back of the carpet was very mangled, but the front had a really nice pattern, you know, it was like a rug. So a prop can be used as well. But all in all, thank you very much indeed for your icebreaker speech. I look forward to the next one.